This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by Loot Crate. The forever phone. Could Motorola and the creator of Phonebloks actually make this phone for you? Hey, what's up guys, Soldier Knows Best here. You may remember a few months ago, this Phonebloks video went crazy. It has millions and millions of views, and it's basically this concept of a modular cell phone. But today, Motorola announced their Project Aura, which is something they've been working on for over a year now, their own modular concept for a cell phone. But they recently also met up with the creators of Phonebloks, and now he's going to be working with them to hopefully come up with some new vision for a cell phone. Now, this whole concept is that you have this one base plate and you can attach different modules for cameras, for processors, for NFC, for battery life, and also you can change out the display at your will. And so this is really aiming to give the consumer complete control over their cell phone. Now, some real world cases how this actually could be functional. So say you're gonna be traveling all day and you want your battery to last. You don't want to have to worry about finding somewhere to charge. You can take out a couple of those modules that you're not going to need, put in a bigger battery module. You can switch from that quad core module over to a dual core module for your processor that's going to be taking less energy, and little things like that you can do to make your phone for that particular situation. In other words, if you're a camera person, you really like to take pictures with your phone, but your 5 megapixel camera really isn't doing it now, well, Canon just released an 8 megapixel module. And then also this is going to be good for competition because you can have Sony and Canon making different modules, and pricing and the quality of those modules will differ, and that can give the consumer again just a choice of who to go with that particular module. So this is a very cool concept. Now, the one thing I really see this thing kind of holding it down is going to be how you're going to be pricing this. What is the base model going to cost, and how much are these different modules going to cost the consumer in the long run? Because anything base wise and you start going to add on extra things, it can always end up to be way more than what you intended on spending. So this is one hurdle they have to get over, and this is something that other companies have failed at. But if Motorola, again, they're owned by Google, they can probably work this pricing thing out. I think this is going to be a really cool phone for that tech person, that geek person, that particular person that may like to customize their own PC and change out their own parts. Now, for the average consumer, I don't know how they're going to buy into this. I think a lot of people just want a phone that works, and they don't want to have to worry about different modules and things like that. I think the first iteration of this modular cell phone may just be one component, and that'll probably be the display itself, because a lot of people walk around with cracked displays all the time and say, well, I'm gonna wait till my contract runs up, then I get a new phone, and yada yada yada. But this would give them the ability just to pop out that old display, go into Walmart, get a new display, and now you're happy again. Now, it also seems like Motorola is serious about this. They hope to start sending invitations to certain developers to go ahead and start creating modules, and hopefully they'll have their MDK, which is their module developers kit, out by this winter. So they're really going to be pushing these things, and we could see our first modular cell phone, at least here in the United States, from a major company like Motorola, maybe by the end of next year, who knows. And so me personally, I am excited about this. It is something new. I don't know how it's going to catch on though with the general public, but if they are going to be releasing something like the Nexus line of phones where everybody doesn't want it, it's not as popular as the S4, but it is out there for a certain segment of people. And who knows, this could change the game as far as upgrades when it comes to cell phones. But again, this is something that we have to wait and see. But I'm really interested to see what you think about this new project from Motorola and also the creator of Phonebloks. Leave your comment down below. And like always, at the end of this video, I do have a sponsor, so definitely check that out. And thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace. And today's sponsor is Loot Crate. Loot Crate is a subscription box service for geeks and gamers, probably you and me out there, that delivers awesome goodies once a month for about $20. That includes shipping and handling. And a lot of this stuff is nerdy and geeky, but that's why you're getting this service. And previous crates have included items from Marvel, Nintendo, Blizzard, and many more. And so if you have an idea for something that they should put in the future crate, let them know, and you never know, you may be able to influence what other people get. And so if you're interested in Loot Crate, go ahead and try it out right now by going to lootcrate.com/soldier and enter in the checkout code REV3, that's REV3, and you'll get 10% off. Again, that's lootcrate.com/soldier.